Hello everyone, hey, it's train time in Mount Orab again. We got an eastbound train coming through, and this one's going to have, I believe, 3 locomotives on it. It's going to have those SD40-2s, those heritage type locomotives, and they're headed towards Sardinia. I'm hoping that maybe they'll pick up that NW SD40-2, that heritage locomotive. That would be really cool. So we're going to see what happens. They should be coming across this crossing here pretty soon. The conductor's not there yet. Oh, there he is. He just now pulled up. There's a conductor right there in the van. So he'll protect the crossing. So that train's got to be getting pretty close. Go ahead and start your video, son. We're downtown Mount Orab. Let's have a look around here. Batmobile's way over there. Near our famous caboose and train station. Train station dates from the 1800s. I think it was 1884. Anyways, here we go. All right, the crossing gates are coming on. Lights are on, gates going down.
Lights and gates okay, proceed.
Uh-oh, I got the one car rule going on. Got noisy over here. One car rule. Ooh, that car was loud. Oh! It's got the NW engine on the front. I thought that locomotive was in Sardinia. Sweet, look at this. Three SD40-2s. Look at that. Long hood forward. It's like the old Norfolk and Western days. Good on the roll by. Good on the roll by. So the conductor just said to the engineer, gates are back up. I lost track of where that locomotive was at. Well, this is one of the first runs for it. It's only been used a few times. I got it on all its first runs. That's why I'm filming the Cincinnati Eastern a lot here lately, because I want to get that locomotive there and the other ones on their first runs. And I'm going to try to get the first train to Peavine if I can. The other red and black locomotives won't be in use on here anymore. Their lease expired and they're not renewing the lease on those. Everybody keeps asking about them. I know one of them's already gone for sure. A couple weeks ago, the other two were sitting near Newtown waiting for Norfolk Southern to pick them up. I don't know if that's happened yet or not. Let's go up and get the train again. That was pretty cool. I'd wait there for. As always is, we got the train coming again. I'm at Klein Rd. This railroad crossing here, I don't get very often. There's the house that sold not too long ago. It's got about 8 acres or so, and it's got about 1,000 foot of frontage along the railroad track. So this is going to be the engineer side this time of the train. Should be coming around the curve any time because I can hear them rumbling. Look at them on this curve right here. Now this angle I've never shot before. I've got this crossing a few times, but just not this side of the road. Here we go. Can't tell if the lights are on yet. Listen to that rumble. Just notch down a little bit. Got some other rail fans out today too. It's about 76 degrees. Really nice day. Car, the lights are not on yet. Look at that old Norfolk and Western electrical cabinet over there. All right, the lights just came on. I can hear the locomotives. Got somebody stopped for the train over there. Here we go. Look at this. All right, there's a newer electrical cabinet there. I'm not sure how old it is. I mean, when I say newer, it's newer than the old Norfolk and Western one. There's a meter on the pole for the crossing here. That's where electric comes from. That's where electric comes from for these flashers here. And up until about, let's see, 2005, some of these crossings were powered by the line side poles. I'm trying to think when they turned them off though, because they started electrifying these crossings with the public utilities years ago. Let's get across the road. And one by one eliminated the need for the line side poles, and those were totally turned off. I think it was 2005 when they turned them off. The last through trains went through in 2003. So the defect, yo, who the heck's that? I guess somebody knows me. Let's go get the train again. Here we go. All right, I'm at Peavine Road right now, the railroad crossing at Peavine Road, and this is where the old defect detector used to be at milepost 45.3. I used to be able to hear this one from my house really easily with my scanner. All right, I was trying to figure out the dates when they deactivated these things. It was around 2015 when they deactivated defect detectors. The signals were shut off around 2005. So the line side poles were still in use until about 2015 when they finally shut off the last defect detectors. It's hard to keep track of all that stuff. Anyways, train's gonna be here anytime. I can hear them rumbling. I don't see them yet, so let's give them a minute. All right, here we go. I see the light. Flashing light on the back. See, the old defect detector is right over there. Right down there. You can see it right in the middle of the track also. Middle of the track and control panel to the left. And I do have some audio of that used up until about 2015. All right, let's go up to Sardinia and get them. Here we go. Okay, I'm at the west leg of the Y right now in Sardinia. There's where the Y is, right over there. The west leg of the Y goes around to the left, and then the track in the middle branches off of that one. That's the house track. The main track is the track in front of me. And the train is down there. They're right at the edge of town. They've stopped the train. Looks like they're gonna cut the locomotives off. All right, they're coming up to the siding, I think. Can't really tell what they're doing this far back. They might still be lined for the main. I can't really tell. There's a cat. Oh, it got windy out. It wasn't windy a minute ago. Gee, is it windy? Yeah, they're still on the main. So I'm not sure what they're doing then. Well, that might have been the better spot to have been down there at that crossing, because it looks like they're cutting off. They cut off the front engine and they're reversing the other two. Maybe the green one's going to go in there on the house track. They do all their locomotive maintenance here at the Sardinia Y. All right, they're pulling into the siding right now.
Switch line lock back to the main. Switch line lock back to the main.
They're on the house track right now, so they're leaving this locomotive. Probably gonna leave it there just for doing servicing and maintenance. Let's have a look down this way. There's the NW locomotive. Well, the third one is way back there then. It's way back on the other side of the crossing. All right, let's see what happens next. All right, the gate's going down. Trying to figure out the best place to be. I'm not sure where the best spot is. Okay, here comes the locomotive. Cool, look at that. Alright, they're going to tie back onto the train and then come this way again. Here we go, coming forwards again. Yeah, they are. Yeah. They got a bunch of new customers. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that line too. Huh. Oh yeah, that's Baltimore, Ohio. Came out of Blanchester. Yeah. The good old days. Yeah. I'll see you later. All right. Alrighty, there we go. That was pretty cool. Talk to somebody about the trains here. There's the old firehouse right over there. That's the original one. Let's go up and get them again somewhere. Downtown Sardinia right now. There's a house for sale by the railroad tracks. All right, the train's way up there, going across the new rebuilt crossing, and I'm coming up to the west side of the Y. I want to show you something. See all this property in front of the firehouse? There's 2.5 acres right here. It's for sale right now. $64.9. That's what they're asking for it. It goes across the west leg of the Y over here, and see this little triangle in between the east leg and west leg of the Y? This is part of the property right there. It's for sale. It's commercial. There's the sign right there, Wilson. So 2.5 acres right there with the railroad track going right through it. There's the B36-7 locomotives. There's no traffic behind me, so I can do this. There's they put the other engine for servicing. Here's the east leg of the Y, still working on it. Here's the completely rebuilt railroad crossing. Let's have a closer look. Look how smooth it is. All right, let's go get the train. Okay, we're between Sardinia and Macon. Just west of Macon. There they go. Next town is Macon. They're headed eastbound. They're going to the quarry at Plum Run. That's Heidelberg Materials. That's where they're headed to. Man, it sure is nice out today. Look at this. It's in the 70s. It's gonna be a hot summer though. This property over here on the right is for sale. There's no septic though. That's the downfall. I think they're asking $60,000 for it. It's got single wide and this little building on it. But the railroad tracks come right up to it. Okay, I'm in Macon now, and here's the color position signals that were shut off in 2005, and they're bagged. The train is coming from that direction, just now coming up over the rise. Oh, there's some rail fans over here. They're just taking pictures, probably for Facebook. I don't know if they know my channel or not. They're just taking pictures of the locomotives. Let's find a good spot here. Gate's going to kick on here pretty soon. This is Route 62 in Macon. We'll get our window once again. Listen to this horn. All right, there you go. Woo, it's getting loud. Let's have a look at this. I can't talk, too loud. Well, let's see, there they go. Now it's getting quiet, good. I'll put something else on this video too, because I know I'm getting a lot of comments on filming the same stuff over and over. But remember, this is where my channel started, with this railroad right here. It's my favorite railroad. But I'll add something to the video, just for, mainly I guess for the new subscribers, have something different to watch on here. Just want to make sure I'm getting these engines on their first runs, and I want to get that Peavine train too. There's the siding for Cohen, when Cohen was there, but they left a couple years or so ago. So that siding's rusty. Nothing's in there right now. Sure hope they get another customer in there. Well, thanks for watching. So I think they're getting ready to leave. Maybe both of them even. That'd be cool if they both came at the same time. Have a train race. That's pretty rare to see. I've got this zoomed in 6 times. This is a train race. I know who's going to win. You won't even see a CSX train. Is that cool or what? Love to smell that lumber. I can smell it. Smells like pine. Got some rail fans here.
No, y'all stay right here with me. And then go back down with some rocks, okay? I got these 2 rocks. Only 2. Just 2. Now come out, back up.
locomotives there. Some young rail fans. The other train stopped. There they are. And there it goes. Wow, that was cool. I-know train, the CSX train's right behind it. CSX stopped. Not sure what they're stopped over there for. They're sitting right there waiting to go northbound. They moved up. Same time as the I-know train, it didn't stop. Got some future rail fans that came up here. They wanted to see the train. Lady came up with 3 little kids. They got to see part of that train. That was pretty cool. Those kids loved that. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know if this train's gonna move while I'm here or not. All right, they're finally moving. I heard him say everybody was on board. They did a brake test and they're ready to head north. I was about to leave. I stuck it out though. Clear north on the #1 track. Hey, check it out. Another Boston and Maine covered hopper. Got one a couple days ago, just like that one. Look at the size of that tanker compared to the other ones. Let's see, the small one's got 1017 on the placard. The big one, I think it was 1087. I think that's what that was. CSX hopper, that big one just went by, it was just freshly painted. I want to give a shout out to Grant Hale. Thanks for supporting my channel. Oil cars. Pretty windy out. A lot of the wind's from the train. Little tiny tanker there. 1830 on the placard. He's had an open door. A little bit. Not enough to get inside that one though. Won't be any hobos in there. About 45 minutes ago, there was a guy walking down the tracks here with a backpack. He had a big backpack. He was carrying it. It wasn't on his back. It was pretty dirty. He kind of looked like he might be a hobo. Came from the tracks, and then he walked past the restaurant down that way. About a half hour later, came back and walked down the tracks. He was gone. Still got some glass insulators up there. See that? Open doors on the auto rack. Bet Shoestring would like that one. Look at that, wide open. There's automobiles in that car. That one also. So those auto racks are loaded. They've got 2 levels each with autos on them. This is a good train. Is that a new car? Look how cloudy it got all of a sudden. train is a monster. 1830. $20.55 on that placard. Hey, there's finally an end to the train. No DPUs. Man, that was a long one. I gotta get home though. I don't like getting home in the dark. Molten sulfur, it says. Hot molten sulfur. There they go. Going up the Cincinnati sub, and they'll get on the Toledo sub. It actually changes to the Toledo sub when you get to Hamilton. Sometimes I'll say Toledo sub when I'm in Glendale. Glendale's just north of here. What, 6-7 miles, something like that. But really this is Cincinnati sub right here. Well, thanks for watching. I'm heading out. It's starting to get cold, it's getting dark, the sun's going away. Hey, if you got time, check out all my videos to help my channel. It's a lot of driving to do this, and I got a lot of miles on the truck. This year I'm getting another one. I got to trade it in. Get one that's got like 20,000 miles. Something's got a little lower miles on it. All right, we'll see you later. Live action pets and the slideshow coming up. What is Jessie looking at? She got her tail up. What's she doing? Oh, that goose was behind the tree over here. Jessie got them all excited. They went over there to the pond. Can't see them now. That was some live action. All right, here's one of my cars, 2006 Honda Accord. I'm trying to get this thing running. I haven't run it in a year and a half, and it's really good on gas. The gas price is getting up a little bit. I only get 18 miles per gallon on the truck. I thought I'd get this thing running again. I last ran it a year and a half ago, so I bought a new battery. I put the battery in, $220 something. I did get it running. Smoke came out from right over here, and it was started burning. Something was on fire. So I turned it off. I got this water. I doused a little fire in there, and there was a mouse nest. So I pulled some junk out. I started again, and it sounded like something was burning again. So I didn't get it all out. And then the belt broke. Look at this. The belt on the alternator broke. So got some more work ahead. But eventually, I'm gonna get this baby running because it is really cheap to operate. Needs a wax job. There you go. Hey, check out this new shirt I got here from my friend Chip down in Tennessee. It's a CSX shirt. This thing is really awesome too. Hey Chip, I'm glad that you're feeling better, and I hope that you can come up here and see some trains with me. Thanks again for this. get the fuel out of that locomotive.